What up, yo? Frank 5D, chief editor, writer, photographer, all that fly shit people adore. We kicking off the Indieverse interview series with a dope ass artist. Quickly coming to his form as a musical genius, a little savant. You know, his career is short, but it's extensive already. This is DollaBoyMike. Dollar Boy, what up?
How's it going? How's it going?
Everything's great. Everything's great. How's it on your end?
Man, it's good, man. It's good. Things are going good these days, man. Taking the time to um focus on yourself a little bit and grow. I think it's the perfect season for that. So I'm doing good.
That's what we all need.
hmm
Straight up and down, right off the bat. Tell the people a little bit about where you come from and what you do.
Um, I'm from Los Angeles, California. The South Central District to be exact. Um, and I'm an artist. I think I try to give raw emotion and feeling, mix it up, talk to the mic a little, and let y'all know who I am and what I've been through.
Absolutely, anybody who's heard anything that you've made can hear that realness and in that pain and in that forthcomingness in
hmm
your music, and you definitely display a wisdom that's well beyond your age. How old are you, Mike?
23. I just turned 23 in May.
23 years old. Yeah, okay. That's crazy to hear. Yes, you definitely display a wisdom in your music that's well beyond 23 years old. Does that come from, growing up in South Central?
Yeah, it comes from growing up in South Central. I think for one, I think LA is a place where you grow really fast. Really fast. I think you go from a 12 year old to a teenager to grown really fast in LA. I think it's just the culture of the way we move. But it also plays a part in how I grew up. I grew up with, all my older cousins. My on my mom's side, a lot of them raised me. A lot of them kept me by their hip. At the ages of 12 and 13, and so by then I had already learned a lot of stuff. I didn't have really, many friends. But I was always so connected with my older cousins. They were, 10 years older than me, or what I'm saying? They were always just there to help me and give me certain types of wisdom. So I always kept it and I always, used it growing up. Those are men I absolutely look up to and are inspired by.
Shout out to them,
Yeah, shout out to
straight
them.
up and down. Like, especially in this 50th years, happy 50th,
Appreciate it. Yeah.
young Dollar Boy.
Happy 50th.
Happy
Yeah.
50th. Yes, in this culture, we definitely need that more than ever nowadays.
hmm
Those, not just male figures, but female figures,
Right.
just those elderlies, those people who are above us, who have been through these things to
Exactly.
look up to and get that game from.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's straight up and down, and that's really good to hear from a young artist like yourself. Um, Being so young, your career is so young.
hmm
You officially started releasing music in 20 Money One.
Yes, sir.
That's not even that's 2 years ago.
hmm
Like in you've released 8 projects since your debut. What is that process like?
Um, I think I first started recording music back in 2019. So when I first recorded, I used to just record a lot. I'm real competitive and I'm real, tough on myself. I think I'm myself's biggest critic. So that just led me to recording a lot, different flows, different beats. Featuring with people, no features, and trying different things, creating interludes and journal rights and endings, and trying to piece together a story to call it an album. And I spent a lot of time just figuring out the game of music. I think so. By the time I started releasing music, it was already second nature. I'm cutting like 6 records a night, and the terms of releasing a project to me, I think is more about a feeling. Once you're able to gather a complete feeling and a complete story, I'm able to share it with the rest of the world, and y'all able to see, like who I am and how I came up and things like wisdom and so it was already second nature. By the time I started recording.
Man, let me knock on wood for more young artists like you coming up and making this music. Like again, there's a lot of pain and you know a lot of again a lot of wherewithal within your music. Like how is it that you're able to convey it like it is as a young artist? Like, where in let me give a comparison to whereas a lot of young artists who have went through a lot of the same things, and not to compare lives of course, but who will just lash out in their music
Mm-hmm.
instead of coming from a more constructive place and a more building and you know healing place. Where
Mm-hmm.
how do you form that?
Um, like I said, and even giving credit to once again the ones that helped raise me, but I think I got a I my I got a real fear of just losing myself. I think we go through this life and people are so easy to lose yourself. And that was always my biggest fear coming up is I never wanted to lose the core of who I was. So I'm always finding solutions. I'm always finding solutions when you go through stuff. I go through this. I need to find the solution. Yeah, I might have a feeling now, but it'll pass, and I can't, jeopardize, for my family's sake or for anybody else that's depending on me or counting on me to be here. I feel like we got a lot of young artists today that lose or lash out and whatever, and people need them. Like to certain kids and they family, they be heroes. And we can't keep affording to be great in other places. Like we can't afford to be great in a jail cell. We can't afford to be great in the graveyard. You know what I'm saying? And so with me, it was just the biggest fear of not losing myself. So it lead to that. I got a lot of people counting on me. So um, yeah, that's where that came from. And so it's like finding a solution to the pain. Let's talk about it. Let everybody else hear it. You know what I'm saying? Let's compare the sides. Let's see how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not going crazy. So um, music was just my easy way of talking about it.
And it's just another reason why you know I was playing your joints,
Mm-hmm.
and my you know people who are right next to me is like, who is that you listening to? I'm like, man, Dollar Boy Mike right here. Straight up and down, here it is, you know, link right here. um what would Dollar Boy Mike be doing if he wasn't rapping?
Um, if I wasn't rapping, um, that's a good question. If I wasn't rapping, though, it would still probably be the entertainment business. Um, I got a lot of I got a long term plan in life. So like at some point, you do have to say goodbye to certain things. I'm 23 now. Like who knows where I'll be at 33 or what I'm saying. So, my plans in life were always to start with the entertainment so you could build a foundation and make everything else grow. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to have AAU teams. I want to get into acting. I want to coach. It's a lot of things I want to do. So I don't limit myself to like I said, just being the rapper, because rap and being a rapper only has a certain lifespan. You know what I'm saying? It only, and especially if you're not, to me, portraying yourself in the truest image. I don't think your lifespan in rap is that long. Just personal opinion. So so yeah, I write down lifelong plans that I plan to do as I get older.
Well said, well spoken, etch it in stone, young Dollar Boy Mike.
Mm.
Can you continue preaching to the old school? No. um let's get on a little bit of dumb shit, you know.
Okay. All
Let's
right.
tone it back. A little bit of this or that with Dollar Boy Mike.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. OnlyFans or Pornhub?
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Pornhub. Yeah.
There we go. Tams or Master Burger?
Master Burger.
Master Burger. We agree right there. No shade at Tams. Atlanta or Los Angeles?
I gotta go LA. I gotta go LA. I got to. I got.
Gotta go.
I love Atlanta though. So I do love Atlanta. Anybody listening, My Atlanta family, I love it. I love it in Atlanta for sure. But I gotta
We
go to
all love the
hometown kid. Yeah,
ATL.
I gotta go to hometown kid. So I'm gonna go LA.
We all love the ATL. ATL or NY.
Atlanta. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Atlanta.
I'm gonna say Atlanta.
No shade, no hate.
Yeah.
Raw papers or backwoods.
Um, as I get older, I think I'm gonna go papers. As I get older, I think I'm gonna go papers.
If we're going to indulge in unhealthy activities, let's at least
Right.
try and train our brains to think something's at
A
least a
little
little
health,
bit
just a little bit. Yeah, just a
better. Just a
little bit.
little bit. Um, Lil Boosie rap snacks or Migos rap snacks.
Little Boosie. Little
Lil
Boosie.
Boosie.
Yeah, I like. I like.
Um,
I like. I'm a hot guy. I like spicy, and so a
Lil
little
Boosie
Boosie
got
not
the
too spicy.
Louisiana heat.
Yeah, right. It's
Hmm.
not too spicy, but it got a little more kick than the little baby ones.
Straight up and down. Um, Zaytoven or Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin. Yeah, I'm gonna
Tell
go
me why.
Metro. For me, I think Metro's diversity, and like I said, that's nothing on Zaytoven,
Not at
but
all.
for me, it's easy to pin Zaytoven to a specific sound, and he's great, a legend. But I'm just about variety, and I think I've heard more of with Metro than Zaytoven.
Straight up and down. And wholeheartedly agree.
Mm-hmm.
And again, no shade to Zay.
Yeah,
Um,
great legend.
we got Ice Spice or Sexy Red.
All right, what
You
what
gotta
you
choose one, dollar.
um
On any metric you want.
man, man. I'm gonna go Sexy Red, bro. I be hearing a lot of Sexy Red. I like what Sexy Red and what she doing, man. I fuck with Sexy Red. I'm gonna have to take Sexy Red.
We all do. She get a lot of hate, but I mean,
Yeah,
you
no,
can't help but love
she's fun, man. She's fun. She know,
it. Hmm.
she know how to market herself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I like Sexy Red.
Straight up and down. Roscoe's or Waffle House.
Oof. I'm gonna go Roscoe's.
You better fucking go
Yeah, I'm gonna
Roscoe's,
go
dollar boy.
Roscoe's. I'm gonna go Roscoe's. You know what? Atlanta though, Waffle House is good to me at a certain time of night. That's why I gotta go Roscoe's because
Of
Waffle
course,
House
when
is
there's
only
nothing
good.
else.
Waffle, yeah, right, right. And I done had a lot of those nights where that was the only option. So yeah, that's why I said, "Oh, a little bit." Waffle House has been there for me, but I'm gonna go Roscoe's.
All right. Last but not least, a collab with Gunna or a collab with 6ix9ine.
Oh man, yeah, uh, damn. If um, I'm gonna just say even before everything happened with both of them, I really wasn't too heavy on their individual music. Um, but Gunna does make great music. You know what I'm saying? So even before, like I said, before all this, Gunna was definitely a person you wanted to make music with. He made great music.
Is that to say 6ix9ine does not?
Nah, man, nah. But you respect everybody's craft. I could just never it just wasn't appealing to my ears.
You and mine both, dollar boy. And while I'm an outsider, I'm not an artist. So I always try and take things with the ear of
Yeah.
with my own ear, and then by proxy an ear of the audience.
Right, right, right.
And then of course all the other shit that can be manipulated, so I don't go into the sales and who's the
Right.
hottest and
Yeah,
who sold the
exactly.
most.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
don't give that a whole lot of credence at all. But
Exactly.
Yeah, if it, in me not being an artist, if I was to do an interview with either one of the two, I'd say get them both in one interview. Why not?
Nah. Yeah, they both should sit down and do it. Yeah, they both should be in the interviews together.
Why not, man? I mean, it only makes sense.
Right. Nah, right.
So what's coming up next for Dollar Boy Mike?
Um, you can expect a lot more music. Um, I
I
think
can imagine.
yeah, I think with the 8 projects that I put out over a couple years. Um, I think right now the new challenge for me is making one complete project. Um, I'm not sure how many songs that requires, but in terms of my 8 projects, some of those are EPs, some of those are two of them, 3 of them are albums. You know what I'm saying, and stuff in between. So I think I want to just come together and make one great body of work. Um, and so I think for me that requires a little bit more time, a little bit more thinking, a little bit more sitting with stuff. Making sure this is exactly how it wants to go. So but you expect a fire piece of work, man. Whether that's this year or next year, it's going to be a epic piece of work.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, and we'll be pushing it to as many ears as we can. And once again, it's just fucking beautiful to hear, to hear the maturity in your approach to making the music.
Right.
You know, like nowadays, it's all we're gonna just drop singles until we get some buzz,
Right,
until
right,
it
right. And I think
shit.
we're losing touch in terms of that for music. I think, not to call anybody out, but I just think the music we put now is a little it's for viral moments. And like I said, I grew up with all dudes who was 10 years older than me. So the people who they were calling great matters to me. Why do you feel this person's greater? Why do you and I like I said, just doing my research, and when I go back and listen to these artists from back then, it's the quality they were putting out. Yeah, Lil Wayne could drop 10 mixtapes, but their quality, and I think that's what matters most. We weren't just surprised with Lil Wayne putting out mixtapes, but the quality.
Mhm.
And every time artists like Drake, and even back a little bit, you go Tupac, you got um you got DMX. You got people putting out great music. There's people putting out great music, and that's what used to
Classics,
attract, the audiences. You got 50 Cent, who just sold out, who's doing arena tours. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not talking about that right now, but you got 50 Cent doing arena tours years later off one album. You know what I'm saying?
right?
And like I said, to me, I'm not sure if it'll get much attention, but the quality matters. For me, like the
Definitely.
quality, the pain, the passion, the realness. I think that sticks around. You know what I'm saying? And so I think our music weighing the scale is tipping down a little bit. Because everybody wants to search for the viral moment, and you can't blame them, man. These labels is giving out, hefty amounts of money for a viral moment these days. So you really can't
Hmm.
blame them. You know what I'm saying?
You are absolutely fucking correct, Dollar Boy.
Hmm.
Like, and it's just again, it's so refreshing and amazing to have an artist like you in the matrix and in the mix like that
Right,
that is taking the time to perfect the body of work,
right,
to
right.
really put some thought and some effort and some really some wherewithal and some elbow grease and
Exactly.
to an actual project that stands, the test of
Right,
time,
right.
rather than a one-off single, or rather than like just something that's not really gonna. And while again, like that's why I was asking about, the constant output of music. Not that it's
Mhm.
constant, but just, not that it's been a bunch of singles
Right,
lapping on top of each other, but it's actually been actual projects, that have been coming, one after another, that lets us know that you are, dedicated to
right.
what you're actually doing,
Exactly,
well
exactly.
beyond someone who's just trying to go viral, like you
Yeah,
said,
right.
and trying to just make some TikTok music, and
Right.
so
I
they'll
mean,
just
because
blow up overnight.
you get a lot of artists that come and go, and I think like I said, we look at a lot of NBA players who have great moments, and
Great analogy too.
yeah, sports and music are so synonymous. You know what I'm saying? And you could use a lot of analogies for that. But you look at somebody in the NBA who will be off the charts and highlights, and you know what I'm saying. But then you got people like LeBron, and who are great every year. And the highlights don't really you don't really need highlights. You look at players that play in the league for years at a time and always just have a spot. You know what I'm saying? They play the game the right way. Their quality is not about showing off and skill. It's not about it's about longevity, prepping yourself.
Mm.
What makes me great? You know what I'm saying? How do I add to a culture? You know what I'm saying? And I think all of that matters in making music.
I hear what you're contributing to it, and I actually feel how you're making it greater
Thank you.
with
Thank you. Thank
your
you.
young age and your young career, and how poised you are, and how you're going about making what you're making, and your dedication to what you're doing, straight up and down. To salute to you, young man.
Appreciate
Much
it, man.
support always from now until when you hopefully never stop.
Right.
Let's let's keep it going. Happy 50th again.
Thank you,
Um,
man. Thank you.
Tell the people where they can hear your music at.
You can hear my music everywhere. Go stream it everywhere. I got 8 projects out. Different time periods. Go. You can see how young Dollar Boy was feeling. I just released a project. Count me out with two of the probably best producers in LA. In May. You guys go stream that. It's everywhere, every platform, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Turn on your station and at Pandora, it's gonna play it. You know what I'm
All
saying?
of it.
Y'all go find that out.
Straight up and down. Give us your socials.
Um, Social, my Instagram is DollaBoyMike, all together, just like my rap name. My Twitter is Dream Chasing Mike. You can find me on both of those platforms. Subscribe to me on YouTube, and anyway.
They'll definitely be in the description. Shout out anybody you want to shout out.
Um, Shout out my team, man. Shout out my team for which is family, and even people just supporting me, man. I can't do it without y'all, and I hope to keep growing this with y'all.
A young man well beyond his years, definitely well within his words, within his thoughts, and within what he's doing in this industry and with his career. Shout out to you, Dollar Boy Mike. Thank you for dropping in with the rap scene. Anything else you want to say?
I know I'm good, man. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to interview me.
That's what it is. We appreciate you for stopping through. Peace,
Appreciate it.
yo. Peace, everybody.